Hello there and welcome to the Automatch Championship of the World, episode 3501. In the north side, you're watching Kimbo Madslice playing as the Wehrmacht. This is Longraskaya. And in the south, you have fellow Grandmaster of Company of Heroes, Jove. So it's Poland versus Russia. It's the United States forces versus the Wehrmacht. When I say Grandmaster status, what I mean is both of these players have been simultaneous rank 1 in all 5 1 versus 1 factions. This is live Automatch, and this, as I may have mentioned, is for the Automatch Heavyweight Championship of the World. All the stakes are at play for glory, for legend, and for history. These two players are going to compete right now for your viewing pleasure. Rifleman build accompanied by Pathfinders by Jove. So, of course, locking in Recon Support Company. I'll let that linger on your screen to get a full view of what we may have in store. M8s are going to be rocking. Traditional Wehrmacht build from Kimbo. Got the MG working for him. This battle is as old as time itself, and it's the battle that Company of Heroes was built upon. The MG42 versus Rifleman, being sullied and dirtied by those dastardly Pathfinders. North side, got rear echelons being pushed away by Grenadiers. And this is AE in his element. I love high-level 1 versus 1. Like a duck in water or a pig in shit right now. MG42 forcing them away. It looks like the Pioneers helped out and got 3 kills. Not bad in the early game there. Elsewhere, you'll notice that this Rifleman squad's been kind of stranded out there. Just can't really advance because of the cover situation. Rear echelons are having to hold the line against Grenadiers, but they won't be able to hold it for too long. Keep an eye on this. MG has turned about face. The Riflemen have gotten out of the cone of fire just in time, and now aren't quite in medium cover, but aren't in no man's land either. It's a fierce and ever-evolving battlefield. Looks like the Pathfinders are trying to get into position. Kimbo's got great tactical awareness, it must be said. Although he can compete for the Automatch Championship of the World, he can't really compete for tournaments at the moment because he's been a very naughty boy. But I have great shame in that, because I actually consider Kimbo one of the greatest players of the last 2 years. And I take pride in the fact that I was trying to tell people last year that you got to watch this Kimbo guy. He's destined for great things. It was a shame that he never quite had the clean record to be able to compete in all the super-duper official tournaments. But we can see him competing here for the Automatch Heavyweight Championship, and that certainly counts for something. MG42 has gone for a very aggressive maneuver. You can see that the Grenadiers are covering its back whilst it waits. Nice rifle nade. Jove eats it. However, it's a favourable algorithm or retreat path there. He's got a 3-man Rifleman. What they're trying to do is protect this cutoff because the advance is coming. Rear echelons are making their way into that area. But to be honest, Kimbo's aggression has been wanton. He's pushed up north. He's taken the fuel point. And Jove's got to battle back out of this situation. You don't play 8,000 hours of Company of Heroes without having battled your way back into a game, though. That's what Jove has done many times, and it's on record. Famously in ESL, he has some fantastic battles where he won ESL tournaments and a hell of a lot of rubles. So he's going to be looking to do the same thing in this game, because let's face it, he's lost in the early game. Had some great tactical moves from Kimbo. This Grenadier, the one in the house right now, has 5 kills, and those 5 kills tell the story of how it got to that fuel point. The 5 bodies stream. Good tactical positioning by Kimbo, and he's waiting to get the 222 out. Do we have in base the medical? No, we don't have any healing quite yet. But we do have recently reinforced squads, which are going to act as the arrow tip for the thrust that will come from the armoured car. Jove beats out this heroic Grenadier. He's losing soldiers in that squad. Possibly. No, just very low health. That's going to force the bunker now. He has no choice but to get the bunker out. Otherwise, that's 240 manpower he won't be able to getting back on the battlefield. One restraint, of course, of auto-match casting is we don't have access to the zoom codes. Heard a rifle nade. Well dodged by Jove. Here's the scout car's first engagement with that autocannon in overdrive. One benefit of automatch casting is I have no idea who is going to win. Whenever I cast a replay, you can always guess who's going to win because the person who wins uploaded the replay. It's a bit of a spoiler. So in this case, every single bit of my casting is going to be genuine. And it's a hype situation, of course. We've got heavyweight title on the line. Nice push in from Kimbo here. Could we see a rifle nade? No such luck. He could have got him on retreat there. But the 222's doing some fantastic harassment. And look out as well. He's also getting the Pak 40, so he's doubling up in his pressure. And that's going to protect him against any... Oh, God. Bigger thing happening right now is that the lieutenant who's got the bazooka may be dying. Oh, we needed him, and there was no bazooka drop either. So that's the only... Well, until the Stuart hits. It was the only AT blocking Kimbo's advance. So we're now 2 squads... Well, I think it's a squad down. I don't think he ever built 3 rifles. Let's just double check that. Yep, it's just the 1 squad dead. I'm going to double check that, actually. Yep, it is. It's only a 2 rifleman build. Sometimes I think that you have to scroll down to get to the last squad, but indeed, so 1 squad wipe in Kimbo's favour. Let's see what the Stuart can do. Give it, you know, I pronounce the German things the German way. I'm not allowed to say Puma, so I'm going to say Stuart. Here is the armour. And we've got airdropped combat crew also, which is really going to help out. Elsewhere in the east, rifles getting pushed away. This rear echelon's going for the fuel decap. Stuart's in full action. I'll stop saying that now. It'll get annoying after a while. Nice shot by the Pak 40. I love how slowly they travel. I think if you were to calculate that, it's about 20 miles per hour. In real life, it's probably 2,000 miles per hour. Sorry, or 3,000 kilometers per hour. I wonder if, like, an anti-tank gun round does go that fast. Certainly, like a rifle round does. They are, like, cylindrical in shape, aren't they? And they're quite hefty. Wouldn't surprise... They've got to be supersonic, surely. I just want to Google stuff now. As soon as I get talking about military stuff, you're never truly comfortable unless you've got Google at your disposal. Right. Alright, I'm going to pick a moment. I will Google that. Don't worry, though. Pak 40 still harassing the Stuart. The 222's getting some pot shots in. That was a Pak howitzer he's gotten. Which is decent on longer sky and can certainly help out with trying to get some victory points back with the smoke. But, nice veterancy on this LMG Grenadier. 7 kills. Pak howitzer's going to be a nuisance. Oh, what a shot! Look at the aggression from Kimbo. He's really getting deep in there. What a shot this is. That is so ballsy. I love watching Kimbo play. I genuinely do. He treats the game as though he's a master of it. He's not fearful of its mechanics. He knows when to push. And he's got a great feel for when ferocity needs to make its presence felt. Pak howitzers turning out to be a rather inspired addition to Joe's army. A right nuisance. Pak howitzers causing issues still. 222 is on 12 kills now. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Pak 40's been relegated, whilst the Stuart's being repaired. Good positioning. Pioneer suffering! Vet 2 Pioneer, goodbye to the dust. Indeed it does. Great work by Jove to stick in that engagement despite the odds and get rid of that pesky Pioneer who was going to be repairing this 222 really fast. Saying that, though, the Pat 40's been repositioned in great position yet again. Attack ground misses, however, thanks to a late change in direction by Jove. And there you go. That's the speed of an anti-tank gun round. That's obviously a more modern one. But, wow. Holy shit, that's fast. That's when it leaves the muzzle. But 1,500 meters per second. That's a lot, isn't it? I want to get the calculator out and convert that to kilometers per hour, but somebody do that in the comments for me. Could you please do a conversion? Pause the video and convert it to kilometers per hour for the viewers. And I'll pin the comment so it's at the top so there's no spoilers associated. How about that? Who said you can't have meta fun whilst watching great games? Kimbo here with a cohesive tactical battle formation. Pushing up. You can see it coming though thanks to the handy addition of the beacon. Stuart's not got many kills quite yet. It's been hit by this Pat 40 so many times, but this pack howitzer certainly going to start making up for it. No, Kimbo repositions, which is a good idea, but no, he's quite clumped up here. That could be a nuclear bomb. Shit. What was Kimbo thinking, lingering for so long? Well, he might kill the IR. Seemingly not. Constant harassing fire. It's only 3 kills. I think I overreacted, but still, it's exciting. I like it. That ability, by the way, was decoy barrage for 20 munitions, and I think Kimbo knew it. He knows his commanders very well. 222's pushing in to provide sight. Will it finish off the Stuart? This is so ballsy. We do have a lot of anti-infantry / anti-support weapon fire. Smoke offered by 222 there, and Panzer Tactician ability. Oh, just enough anti-infantry fire. But the Veterancy 2 MG42 has been putting a hell of a lot of hurt down on the defense of Jove. We've got this rifleman that's flanked all the way around the edge. He's unsuppressed right now, of course. Couldn't get the kill off on the Grenadier, but the 222's got his angle down. MG42 is reloading, so couldn't keep up the hurt. Pakawi hasn't gotten any kills recently. Needing to constantly retreat there thanks to this Veterancy 3. Bloody hell. Look at the abilities it gets. Shout out to Veterancy Description Mod. Google it. It'll show you how to do it. It's a CoH2.org thread. But look at that. That is badass. And of course, for some reason, it's now stuck on the screen. Hopefully I can get rid of that. Oh, I can. Thank God for that. I thought we'd gotten a bug there. No, we haven't. Paratroopers are going to have to start making more of their presence felt, I believe. It'd be good if they could get some grenades off. Stuart's getting right close up and personal with that MG42. So good if he managed to get rid of the Veterancy. But Jove is back now, and for every second that Kimbo does not take full advantage of his previous position, Jove's going to equalise, because that's how CoH2 works. You have to have constant pressure to finish off a game, because the comeback mechanics of the upkeep costs, etc., they just equalise things. Only takes about 3 or 4 minutes and you're back to even paying. Nice pressure, Faust in, but the Pack 40 doesn't want to push him. Anti-tank gun now out for Jove, so he's just protecting himself. He believes thanks to Kimbo's superior fuel control, he might be up against a Panzer IV soon, and he has every right to fear that. Let's just double check the base. Well, he isn't, but he has every right to fear it, so he needs to protect himself. And meanwhile, the M1's going to be a great and full counter to this 222. Wants to get in there. All the aggression has been in. Just look at all this completely untapped, beautiful rural farmland, and then look at this shit. Jove has had an absolute beating, and you can really tell just based on the terraformation of the battlefield and where it's located. If there was a heat map, it would be all there. See that Grenadier eat a pack howitzer shot there, forced away. We've got, of course, the Browning automatic upgrade for the captain. No lieutenant, though. You always tend to lose one of your officers as US. It's kind of a rite of passage, almost. 2 putting constant pressure down, but I really do feel like Jove is starting to make his way back onto the battlefield. What is to come from this commander, though? He's going to have to get the Major out, surely. I mean, in the meantime, we're only 16 minutes into this game. He is going to go for the Browning. I mean, I know the bar's technically a Browning, but the 50 cal, rather. Look at this pack being an absolute bastard. Constantly meaning that Kimbo has to relegate himself to weaker positional areas. And that's going to allow Jove to push in and take this victory point. So even when the pack howitzer isn't killing, it's still doing work. Pathfinders and Captain pushing in. Meanwhile, the riflemen watch on. Vet 3 MG42. Trying to defend the Reich's territorial gains. But this rifleman's causing constant pressure. Luckily, the infantry company has been built really close to the base exit, allowing the MG42 to constantly reinforce. So there you go. And it, of course, costs 22 manpower, so less than a Grenadier. It's really helpful stuff.
A capture point is being overrun.
Nice from the Stuart. Good positioning here. He's had to rebuild a Pioneer, if you notice. And also, something else is building. Here comes the Panzer IV. A little bit late, but better late than never. That's what I mean by constant pressure. You really need to get your medium tank out ASAP to grant yourself constant pressure. Pioneer's pushed away. He does have Veterancy 2 status yet again, so this tank, should it get damaged, will be straight back onto the battlefield. Note that this Grenadier has been just capping up the map on the north side, veteran with 2 men in the squad. Back in base, he's getting ready for battle once more. In the centre, the 50 cal suppresses the Grenadiers. Got a temporary overdrive error, I want to call it an error, on the Panzer IV. Up north, rear echelons have managed to get around situation. Oh! Nice squad wipe possibly incoming. No, the Panzer IV saves the day and distracts the airborne a little bit. Just enough to ensure the Grenadier's safe passage. This Grenadier here has to be careful. Could be dying right now. Oh, he gets out of there. Of course he does. It's Kimbo. Great player. I mean, I know I'm congratulating him on exiting the house, but, you know, all I meant was you shouldn't expect somebody not to exit the house when they are, you know, quote-unquote, Grandmaster of Company Heroes. We have the Major is now out. The Stuarts been out of battle for a while, I believe. Panzer IV is going to be accompanied by a wife Panzer IV. We're going to have the couple. This is Hans and this is Francesca. And, you know, they're in love, these 2 Panzers. So let's see how they do, the married couple of Longras. And yes, I'm a Vico fag. That's what I call it. It's Longras. It's not Longras Skyer. You dirty, sub-25-year-old peasant. I remember the days when this map was made by Michi in a game replays map contest when you were barely a sperm. Paratroopers watch on in horror as the Panzer IV is on the hunt. It's going for an attack ground shot. Doesn't fancy it in the end. Actually, no, it's not. It's going for an ambulance inspection. Hello, I hear you've got an ambulance. Papier and bitter. I need to make sure you're using it correctly. No ambulance here. Very well. I didn't do a German accent. I don't want to go full. What is it in Inglourious Bastards? What do they call him? Is it the Jew Hunter? Colonel Hans Lanza? Oh dear. This Panzer IV has got 11 kills now. Not too shabby. Meanwhile, the Pioneers have to be careful yet again. He could be losing a Vet 2 Pioneer. No! This time he's not going to linger with the IR Pathfinders. M1 making its presence felt, has access to that juicy Veterancy 1 ability now. Pack Howitzer, Veterancy 2 has been hit. Oh, he might be going for another inspection. There we go, I told you that thing could die. Don't even have to watch it. He's going for it again, he just wants the ambulance. That's so funny. I don't know what he's doing actually. He's just mad, it's Kimbo. He is a mad bastard. But a loss here of... no, the airborne is still alive. And it's certainly not the captain who is also still alive. We've got the Sherman coming out, so... Nice! He got the squad wipe! Bad casting by AE in terms of the camera angle, but at least we understood what happened there. Kimbo cut him off at the pass and got the kill. Very good work. Major's going north for a major decap. Rifleman just lingering behind green cover, doing the same. Just trying to recapture Joe's former territorial control. Because, let's face it, Kimbo has had control in this game. He's never truly lost it. That's why Jove is hoping that this Sherman's going to start to make gains. Look at the KD statistics. Actually, a lot closer than I originally thought, so shut up, AE. The points you want to make aren't valid, even before you try to make them. 50 cal upgraded on the Sherman. And a little R&R whilst it waits for its second engagement. Hasn't actually got a formalised kill yet.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
Captain leading the charge, gaining victory points back, and it must be noted they currently, well, not they, but Jove rather, you can tell I've been doing 2v2 recently. Jove currently has the central victory point. He's got the 50 cal in position. The Pack Howitzer with, oh, I hate to see that. The, my headphones have just pulled out. Hang on. There we go. I've bent the audio jack on the front of the PC. There's nothing worse than that. Because that now means I have to build a new PC, of course. That's £2,000 I'm never going to get back. All because of a bent audio jack. We've got this Panzer IV has been caught unaware. The M1 is in the background as well. That could be dangerous. No, it is at max range. Panzer IV should be okay. Meanwhile, Pioneers are getting a lot of hurt brought down upon them. And cluster bombs. So Grenadiers are going to have a difficult passage. Ouch. Meanwhile, this Panzer IV's come through the centre. Looking to get some shots in. No munitions now, though, so we didn't see an anti-tank rifle grenade. We have seen this victory point cap, so the bleed is back on. Kimbo pushing Jove down, deeper on down. In this championship battle. Jove is fully resurgent. He's now going through the cutoff. You wouldn't have thought this 5 or 10 minutes ago. When Kimbo had him in his base, giving him a royal spanking. Pack Forces being pushed around by the cloaked Pathfinders. Finding a path to victory, almost. Vet 3 MG42 just chilling out in the east. Looks like the tank brigade might try and put an end to that. Is pushed away. Stewart leads the charge. Sherman needs repairs, as does the Stewart now. So that's Jove out of action for a little while, it seems. Oh! Oh, that was dangerous. He could have got a lucky shot in there. Oh! Close. An action movie exit by the MG. Meanwhile, Riflemen have captured the northern victory point, and the captain does the same to the fuel point. Support weapons supreme trio in the centre. The AT gun, the 50 cal, the Pack Howitzer, oh my, quote Michael Cole.
HMG squad.
You know your
ready
passion for
action.
Co is dying when you move from being Jim Ross to Michael Cole. Only 1 out of 5, maybe 1 out of 10 commenters will get the reference, but you know what I mean. I'm a corporate shill.
Send your orders.
Bet 3 on the Stuart, giving it... Ooh, look at those speed bonuses. Nice. And sight range. So just look at this. Ooh, look at that shit. Crazy. It's like map hacks. Elsewhere in the north, Panzer IV's causing problems. Could that be a squad wipe? No, it can't be. And that could be a tank wipe because there were 2 M1s waiting in position. Great positioning by Master Jove. And a swing and a miss by the Sherman. Meanwhile, in the centre, the support weapons just hold the position. But the MG42 doing the same to the victory point. Where's next in the teching for Kimbo? Has he gone for tier 4? No, he hasn't. He lingers in tier 3. Maybe going for a Tiger. In fact, it looks like he is because he's waiting for the fuel right now and he has the pop cap available to him. So we have a Tiger. Game on Longras. What hype. That will force Jove into getting a Jackson, I believe. Although he does have the M1s. If he can contain veterancy on them, he could contend. Oh, nice. The ambulance has been taken out by the Panzer. I knew something just disappeared on the top right wheel. That's why I went quiet for a moment. But yeah, the Panzer finally got the ambulance, so good work there. And the M1s are way late to reposition. Let's recheck out what was happening up north. AE was distracted. And look at this. I'm making a conscious note to look more at the tactical map now. Jove has pushed up and he's taking the cut-off. Panzer IV's on 19 kills, not bad at all. And it's met by the Furious One. It is 68.5 tons of quantified destruction. The Panzer Kampfwagen 6, the Tiger. The big boy. The Battle Cat. Big Mimsy. General Snorlax. There's many names, most of which I've just made up. Sherman finally gets a few kills. It's been a while. Tiger's on the hunt, though. Look at the speed coming down that road. Ouch! Sherman eats the shot because it hit between the treads. Usually that sounds quite bad, but in this case, it means nothing. That was a groinal reference. It didn't really work. Tiger might finish off this Browning. Yes, it does! Of course it does! And the weapon as well! Oh, my. This Tiger hasn't actually got any kills yet. I believe it just killed the weapon, maybe? And the Sherman's technically got the... Oh, not the Sherman, sorry. The Panzer IV's technically got the kill. Meanwhile, Stuart's on Veterancy 3, of course. I think we've already mentioned that.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture.
Look at this cohort of Panzermageddon. More cluster bombs. Ouch. On the new MG42, so Kimbo's looking to close out this game. And what's the fuel situation like for Jove? He has a lot of it. He has the Major. Surely the Jackson's coming. It's like, is it 410 for the Jackson? No, it's 400. Okay. So he might be waiting for that. He must be, surely. The Panzer IVs are just marauding now, roving like nasty bastards, looking to collect their debts. Break your granny's legs. Pioneer squad harassing the map, capping the fuel. The Tigers roving around the north. Interestingly, these are storage bins. You can store stuff in your Tiger. There's many accessories, but that is a factory option. So get another 500,000 Reich marks to afford that. And if you want the Scherzen on your Tiger, oh my god. Nobody goes for the Scherzen. Way too expensive. Pimp my Reich. Grenadiers are very heroic, but it was all for nothing, crawling on their bellies into danger. Look at the Tiger on the hunt! Sherman's going to bite the dust, surely. Surely? That's not a kill blow. I can't believe it. The Sherman survives just about. But here comes the Panzer. Kimbo is out of control here. M1's facing the wrong way, but the Panzer misses. Oh, but here comes the Jackson. Kimbo with a crazy move. He takes out the ambulance yet again. But it looks like it was all for nothing. Maybe he should go in with this Panzer now. Oh, no, he takes out the Sherman. Kimbo with a fantastic assault there. Just showing the balls of the Pole. Kappa Pride as the Panzer IV pushes in deep. Jackson does get the kill, but is now going to have to retreat with its tail between its legs as it's taken out. Tiger's damaged. This Panzer IV is out of control, but Jove has had to throw in the towel. And your heavyweight champion of the world, Kimbo Mad Slice. Right now, we're going to do a spoiler screen. We're just going to look at the stats for 5 minutes, just to add a little bit of YouTube buffer. If you want to leave now, go ahead and leave. In fact, it's advised. So yeah, let's have a little look at the old Statorinios. There's the KD. We're currently on Kimbo's most valuable unit. 46 kills on the Panzer IV. Not bad at all. Not too shabby. A lot of damage taken on the same tank. So clearly the workhorse of his army. In terms of graphs, you can tell that Jove had the staying power, but Kimbo had the incisive last word on the matter. Very good. Same thing for the Tiger there. That's all that shows. Points held is always a good one. Shows a very fair battle in the midsection. Very similar there. Looks like Kimbo really has a hatred for Pioneers. He lost 3 of them. 3 full squads in that game. Actually did some infantry damage with the Pak 40. You don't always see even 7. Tiger had really good efficiency. Panzer IV's likewise. The Scout Car was a hero. 735 efficiency, so certainly paid for itself and then some. And let's check out Jove's units built. His MVP was the 57mm anti-tank gun. And units-wise, we know he lost that lieutenant. We all saw that. He did a good job of keeping most of his stuff alive up until that rifleman died towards the... I don't know when that died, actually. Efficiency was decent on the rifleman, so good infantry play, as could be expected. But, you know, I think that he didn't have a bad game, Jove. It was more just the incisiveness of Kimbo's pushes. And although I missed it on camera twice, obviously we saw what happened, but we actually missed the killing touch. The Panzer IV coming down here to finish off that squad, and then coming down here to finish the ambulance off, and coming up here a 3rd time to finish the Sherman off in a bevy of smoke, whilst the Tiger rolled in from the other direction when the M1s turned around, was awesome. It was really good play by Kimbo, and he's a deserved heavyweight champion of Company of Heroes. Thanks for watching, dudes. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Like, rate 5 stars, and send me your firstborn child as a sacrifice. Have a good week, guys. Bye-bye.